Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with mathematics chapter circles. So this chapter is a common chapter for class 9th CBSE and class 9th ICSE. Although class 9th ICSE has just two parts of this full chapter in their book, but class 9th CBSE has a bigger portion of this chapter. So a few parts of the chapter is going to be common for both the classes. So don't worry about that. The content and everything which I have made is properly curated as per your syllabus. So don't worry. Let's begin with the introduction. Okay, so circle, the definition of circle, we all know how a circle looks like, but the definition of circle says that collection of all the points in a plane which are at constant different distance from a fixed point in a plane is called a circle. Now, as you see over here, the fixed point is here. This is the center of the circle. And the collection of all the points in a plane which they are talking about, which is equidistant from this fixed point, are here on this circumference. So there are infinite points on this circumference. And if you join all these points with a line, they will give you a circle. The fixed point is center, and the constant distance at which these set of points are located from this fixed point is known as the radius. This is the radius. So radius is the distance between center and the circumference. I'm sure you all know that about circle. Let's go ahead. A circle having center O and radius R is denoted by COR. So this is how mathematically a circle is represented. C, that is circle, O, which is the center of the circle, and R is the radius. Terms related to a circle. The first term is radius. The line segment joining the center and a point on the circle is called its radius. The line segment joining the center and any point on the circle is called radius. Here OA is the radius. An interesting fact is, you draw any radius in a circle, they all will have the same length. Circumference. The perimeter of the circle is known as circumference. I'm sure you know the formula for circumference, which is 2 pi r. I'm sure by now you know the value of pi as well. The value of pi is 22 by 7 approximately, or 3.14 approximately. Okay, pi is believed to be an irrational number which has non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. But for ease and simplicity in calculation, we consider the value of pi to be 22 by 7 approximately, or 3.14. Okay, so the circumference is perimeter of the circle, the length of the boundary, whose formula is 2 pi r. Okay, next term is chord. The line segment joining any 2 points on the circle is known as a chord. Here AB, PQ and CD are the chords. If you notice, PQ is a special chord which is passing through the center of the circle. And this chord which is passing through the center of the circle and joining two endpoints on the circumference is known as diameter. Diameter is the longest chord in any circle. How many chords can you draw in a circle? Infinite. How many diameters can there be in a circle? Infinite. Okay, but diameter is the longest chord. The chord passing through the center of the circle is called diameter of the circle. POQ is the diameter. Secant, the line which meets the circle in two distinct one point, is called the secant of the circle. Two distinct points they should write. Why they have written one point, I don't know. Okay, I'll show you what secant is. This is secant. As you can see, this line L is intersecting the circle in 2 points, P and Q. So any line which is cutting the circle, is known as secant. Then comes tangent. The line which meets the circle in exactly one point is called the tangent of the circle. The point at which the tangent meets the circle is called point of contact. I'll show you the figure. Yeah, this is the tangent. So as you can see, this line L is not cutting the circle. It's just touching the circle at only one point. So this kind of line which is touching the circle at only one point is known as tangent. Secant was cutting the circle, if you see, and tangent is just touching the circle at one point. Position of a point with respect to a circle. A point can be said inside the circle, on the circle, or outside the circle, depending upon its distance from the center of the circle. If any point's distance from the center of the circle is less than the radius, then it is inside the circle. But if it is equal to the radius, if the distance of a point from the center of the circle is equal to the radius, then it is on the circle. And if the distance of the point from the center of the circle is greater than the radius, then it is outside the circle. Inside, on the circle, outside the circle. Here things are very trivial, very simple. We will soon face some theorems, then things are going to get interesting. So hold on. Okay. Interior and exterior of a circle. All the points which lie inside a circle are called its interior points, and the points which lie outside a circle are called exterior points. The region which consists of all the points lying inside the circle is called interior of a circle, and the region which consists of all the points lying outside the circle is called exterior of the circle. Then there is one more definition, circular region. The region which consists of all the points lying either on the circle or inside the circle is called circular region or circular disk. For example, this is the circular region. All the points, either they lying on the circle or inside the circle, they are said to be lying in the circular region. Concentric circles. This is one more very important terminology. Please remember this. Circles having the same center but different radii are called concentric circles. Here there are two circles with two radii, R1 and R2, where R1 is greater than R2. So R1 is the outer circle, R2 is the inner circle. These kind of circles are known as concentric circles. Concentric, having same center but different radii. Arc of a circle. This is one more important part because we are going to come across this terminology of arc very frequently in this chapter. A continuous piece of circle is called arc of the circle. Arc of the circle is a part of a circle, part of the same circumference actually. If A and B are 2 points on the circle, then ACB and BDA are the arcs of the circle, which are denoted by ACB, above which they have drawn a curved line which represents an arc, or you can call it AB and BA. Let me just show you that in the figure. Okay, so can you see ACB? That's arc of a circle. Can you see ADB? That's also arc of a circle. You can call it AB and BA. So there are two types of arcs, basically minor arc and major arc. ACB is a minor arc which is smaller than the semicircular region. Do you know what is a semicircle? Semicircle, let me show you with a figure, is something like this. So you exactly know what is this. This is half a circle. Let me draw it neatly. Yeah, let me draw it neatly. This is a semicircular region. It is made up of a semicircle that is equal to, whose length is equal to half the perimeter, and a diameter. So this is a diameter, and this is a semicircular arc whose length is half the length of the total circle. Semicircular arc and diameter. This is the semicircular region, right? So this is how it looks like. Semicircular arc, diameter, semicircular region. Now any arc whose length is smaller than the semicircular arc is known as minor arc. So this is a minor arc over here. And this over here, that is ADB, is known as major arc. I don't know if they will tell you anything about this, but I just told you. Length of the arc. The length of the arc AB is the length of a fine thread which covers the arc completely. So if you place a thread over this circle in such a way that it covers this arc completely, then you will get the length of the arc AB. It's denoted by this symbol LAB. If over AB there is a straight line, then it is a line segment. But if it is a curved line, then it is an arc. Central angle. This is one more very important term. Please note it down. I hope you're noting down everything actually. Central angle. Central angle is the angle having the vertex at the center of the circle. If any angle is made in such a way that two end points of that angle are lying on the circle and they are joined to the center, then the angle made at the center by these two radii is known as central angle. Angle AOB is the central angle made at the center by any two radii. Major and minor arcs, I just told you. Major arc is the collection of all the points which lie on or outside the central angle. In figure BA is major arc. BA from here to here. If you want me to draw, I will show you. This is the major arc. I'm sorry, but I can't trace it properly. But you get me, right? This is the major arc. BA is major arc. And this is the minor arc. AB. Major arc, minor arc. Minor arc of a circle is collection of all the points which lie on or inside the central angle. See, on or outside the central angle and on or inside the central angle. That is the difference. Which arc is inside the central angle? AB. That's why it's minor arc. Which arc is outside the central angle? BA. That's why it is major arc. Degree measure of an arc. Let AB be an arc of a circle having center O, and then if angle AOB, that is central angle, is theta, then the degree measure of arc is AB is equal to theta degree. So we can say that the measure of central angle is also the measure of the arc which is subtending that angle. Okay, so we can say that angle AOB is central angle, and we can say that arc AB is subtending मतलब वो बना रहा है, it is making it, subtending or making angle AOB at the center. Therefore, measure of arc AB, arc AB, or you can say arc AB's degree measure is equal to angle AOB's measure. मतलब आर्क की लेंथ हम सेंट्रल एंगल के ऊपर से भी बता सकते हैं कि एक आर्क की लेंथ नहीं, लेकिन आर्क का डिग्री मेजर, एक आर्क का जो मेजरमेंट है, डिग्री मेजरमेंट, वो हम लोग वो आर्क जो सेंटर पे एंगल बना रहा है उसके ऊपर से भी हम बता सकते हैं. ठीक है। तो अच्छा, एक और इंटरेस्टिंग चीज बताता हूं। सपोज डिग्री मेजर ऑफ एन आर्क is less than 180 degree, less than 180 degree, then it is a minor arc. लेस देन 180 डिग्री मतलब एक्यूट या फिर ऑप्टिव्स एंगल होगा। इसका मतलब है कि वो आर्क की लेंथ सेमी सर्कुलर आर्क से कम होगी। इफ डिग्री मेजर ऑफ एन आर्क इज इक्वल टू 180 डिग्री, देन इट्स अ सेमी सर्कुलर आर्क। मतलब वो आर्क सेंटर पे 180 डिग्री एंगल बना रहा है, तो वो सेमी सर्कुलर आर्क होगी। और if degree measure of an angle is greater than, I'm sorry, greater than 180 degree, then it is a major arc. जैसे यहां पे ये जो आर्क बी ए है, बी ए, आर्क बी ए, उसका जो मेजर है दैट इज ग्रेटर देन 180 डिग्री, therefore arc BA is a major arc। समझ में आया? तो ऐसे आर्क की लेंथ तो हम लोग मेजर कर ही सकते हैं, लेकिन आर्क का डिग्री मेजर भी होता है, वो भी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, जिसको हम डायरेक्टली सेंट्रल एंगल से रिलेट करते हैं। कॉन्ग्रुएंट आर्क्स, टू आर्क्स आर सेड टू बी कॉन्ग्रुएंट इफ दे हैव सेम डिग्री मेजर। अगर दोनों आर्क का डिग्री मेजर सेम है तो उनको कॉन्ग्रुएंट आर्क बोलेंगे। जैसे ए बी एंड सी डी, ये दोनों कॉन्ग्रुएंट आर्क्स है। इफ यू सी हियर क्लोजली, ए बी एंड सी डी इक्वल है ना, तो मतलब जो एंगल सबटेंड करेंगे सेंटर पे वो भी इक्वल होगा। और यहां पे वर्टिकली ऑपोजिट एंगल है, मतलब आर्क का लेंथ भी इक्वल होगा, राइट। तो ए बी और सी डी क्या है? कॉन्ग्रुएंट आर्क्स, बिकॉज दे सबटेंड सेम एंगल्स एट द सेंटर और दे हैव सेम डिग्री मेजर्स। सेमी सर्कल, ये मैंने पहले ही तुम्हें बताया था। The diameter of a circle divides the circle into two equal arcs, each of which is called a semicircle. In the figure, BCA and BDA are two semicircles. BCA and BDA दोनों equal arcs है, semicircular arc. Segment of a circle, very important. Part of the circular region which is bounded by an arc and a chord, including the chord and the arc, is called segment of a circle. मतलब यहां पे तुम्हें दिख रहा है AQBA, AQB. What is AQB? AQB तो minor arc है. But what is AQBA? AQBA is this part of the circle. ठीक है? This is known as minor segment. And what is APBA? APBA है मेजर सेगमेंट। अगर मैं सिर्फ बोलूं APB क्या है तो वो मेजर आर्क है, बट APBA इज, you can say, major segment. So you can imagine it to be a piece of a biscuit, बिस्किट का टुकड़ा, piece of a biscuit, है ना। APBA या AQBA ये क्या है? सेगमेंट, इसको बोलते हैं सेगमेंट। मतलब द रीजन विच इज बाउंडेड बाय एन आर्क एंड अ कॉर्ड, आर्क और कॉर्ड के बीच वाला जो रीजन है उसको हम लोग सेगमेंट बोलते हैं, याद रखना। Alternate segment of a circle, ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है। The minor and major segments of a circle are called alternate segments of a circle. Minor and major segments of a circle, तो ये दोनों जो minor and major segments हैं इनको alternate segments भी बोलते हैं। Quadrant of a circle, 1/4 of a circle is called quadrant. ये मैं तुम्हें यहां पे बता देता हूं, इसको quadrant बोलते हैं, AOBA, क्योंकि इट्स 1/4, एग्जैक्टली 1/4 ऑफ अ सर्कल। हम लोग ये भी बोल सकते हैं इट इज हाफ द सेमी सर्कल, सेमी सर्कल का हाफ पार्ट, 1/4 पार्ट ऑफ अ सर्कल। इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? क्वाड्रंट ऑफ अ सर्कल। जैसे क्वाड्रंट तुम्हारे कार्टेशियन प्लेन में भी होता है, यहां पे सर्कल में भी होता है। 1/4 बेसिकली क्वाड्रंट या क्वार्टर मीन्स 1/4। कॉन्ग्रुएंस ऑफ सर्कल्स एंड आर्क्स, दो सर्कल कॉन्ग्रुएंट कैसे होते हैं? टू सर्कल्स आर सेड टू बी कॉन्ग्रुएंट इफ एंड ओनली इफ ईदर ऑफ द टू कैन सुपरपोज्ड ऑन द अदर इन ऑर्डर टू कवर इट कंप्लीटली। मतलब उनकी रेडियाई सेम होनी चाहिए। कॉन्ग्रुएंस तभी होगा सर्कल में, एक ही पार्ट होता है। देखो ट्राइंगल्स में तो बहुत सारे टेस्ट है कॉन्ग्रुएंसी में, कॉन्ग्रुएंसी के। और एक ट्राइंगल में 6 पार्ट्स होते हैं, 3 साइड्स होती है, 3 एंगल्स होते हैं। सर्कल में ऐसा नहीं है, सर्कल इज वेरी सिंपल। सर्कल हैज टू बी टू सर्कल्स कैन बी कॉन्ग्रुएंट ओनली इफ द रेडियाई आर इक्वल। सिर्फ उनकी रेडियस को देखा जाता है। इफ रेडियाई आर इक्वल देन दे आर नोन एज कॉन्ग्रुएंट सर्कल्स। Congruence of arcs. Two arcs of a circle are congruent if and only if either of the two can be superposed on the other in order to cover it completely. दो आर्क कॉन्ग्रुएंट तभी होगी जब दोनों में से एक को या दोनों को एक दूसरे के ऊपर सुपरपोज करेंगे और एक दूसरे को वो कंप्लीटली कवर करेगी, तब उनको कॉन्ग्रुएंट आर्क्स बोलेंगे। लेकिन इसका सबसे इजी वे ये है, आर्क का एंगल मेजर देख लो। अगर एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय द आर्क एट द सेंटर, मतलब सेंट्रल एंगल अगर इक्वल है दोनों आर्क्स का, तो वो कॉन्ग्रुएंट आर्क्स है, उनकी लेंथ भी इक्वल होगी। ठीक है, अब कुछ थियरम्स, अब ये थियरम्स जितने भी बच्चे हैं सबको है ये थियरम्स, तो कोई ये मत बोलना कि यहाँ पे हमको ये थियरम्स नहीं है या ऐसा कुछ, प्लीज डोंट से। इक्वल कॉर्ड्स ऑफ अ सर्कल सबटेंड इक्वल एंगल्स एट द सेंटर। अगर दो कॉर्ड्स इक्वल है तो वो सेंटर पे इक्वल एंगल सबटेंड करेंगे। ठीक है, अभी हमारे पास फिगर यहाँ पे दिख नहीं रहा है। हाँ, अच्छा ये रहा फिगर। फिगर को हम लोग ऊपर लेके आते हैं, फिगर को हम लोग थोड़ा सा छोटा कर देते हैं एंड लेट्स टेक इट अप। देखो बहुत इजी है ये, यहां पे प्रूफ भी लिखा हुआ है, बट आई वांट टू जस्ट देखो अभी हम इजीली डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। पहले तो थियरम का स्टेटमेंट क्या है? स्टेटमेंट ये है कि इक्वल कॉर्ड्स ऑफ अ सर्कल सबटेंड इक्वल एंगल्स एट द सेंटर। अगर दो कॉर्ड इक्वल है तो सेंटर पे इक्वल एंगल भी बनाएगी। ये फर्स्ट थियरम है तुम्हारी। सो गिवन में क्या लिखा है देखो, टू कॉर्ड्स, आई थिंक यू शुड ऑल नोट इट डाउन। इसको नोट करना बहुत जरूरी है। सारी थियरम्स, थियरम 1 से लेके, तुम्हारे बुक में शायद वो थियरम का ऑर्डर थोड़ा सा अलग होगा, बट जो भी मैं नोट करवा रहा हूं प्लीज तुम्हारे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसलिए मैं नोट करवा रहा हूं। सूनर और लेटर वी आर गोइंग टू यूज इट इन योर चैप्टर। तो जिस फ्लो में मैं चैप्टर पढ़ा रहा हूं उसी फ्लो में तुम्हें पढ़ना है। अपना दिमाग मत लगाओ ज्यादा कि मुझे टेक्स्ट बुक के ऑर्डर में जाना है। सेम चीजें पढ़ा रहा हूं मैं, but this is going to make your chapter and your concepts very easy to understand. Okay, equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles at the center, ये स्टेटमेंट है, इसको हमें प्रूव करना है। तो यहां पे दो कॉर्ड्स इक्वल है जो गिवन है, ए बी और सी डी। हमें प्रूव करना है कि ए ओ बी और सी ओ डी एंगल भी इक्वल है। बहुत इजी है। सो हम क्या करेंगे, हम ट्राइंगल ए ओ बी और सी ओ डी को कंसिडर करेंगे। इन ट्राइंगल ए ओ बी एंड ट्राइंगल सी ओ डी क्या यूज करेंगे? कॉन्ग्रुएंसी। ए बी इज इक्वल टू सी डी गिवन है, ए ओ इज इक्वल टू सी ओ एंड बी ओ इज इक्वल टू डी ओ। वाई? रेडियाई ऑफ द सेम सर्कल। समझ रहे हो पहले क्या लिखा मैंने? ए बी इज इक्वल टू सी डी गिवन, ए ओ इज इक्वल टू सी ओ एंड बी ओ इज इक्वल टू डी ओ। रेडियाई ऑफ द सेम सर्कल ये दोनों में आएगा। देयरफॉर ट्राइंगल ए ओ बी is congruent to triangle COD. AOB और COD congruent हो गए by SSS test। और अगर ये दोनों ट्राइंगल congruent है, so by CPCTC we can say that angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Angle AOB is equal to angle COD by CPCTC. ठीक है, बहुत easy. Same thing over here. Okay, let's go to the next theorem. कन्वर्स ऑफ थ्योरम 1, जो पहली थ्योरम हमने पढ़ी उसका कन्वर्स। इफ द एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय द कॉर्ड्स ऑफ अ सर्कल आर इक्वल देन द कॉर्ड्स आर इक्वल। अब यहां पे क्या बोला है कि ये दोनों जो एंगल्स है, लेट मी टेक इट अप, गिवन के बाजू में लिखता हूं मैं, इसको रखता हूं। ठीक है, टू chords AB and CD of a circle with center O such that angle AOB is equal to angle COD. You have to prove that AB is equal to CD. ठीक है, अच्छा अब देखो एक बात जरा नोट करो। यहां पे हमें दो कॉर्ड्स को इक्वल प्रूव करना है। हमें बोला है कि AOB और COD इक्वल है। ठीक है, फिर से दो ट्रायंगल ले लो AOB और COD। इसमें AO इज इक्वल टू CO, BO is equal to DO, radii of the same circle, and AB is equal to CD given. So both the triangles are I'm sorry. AOB is equal to COD, which is given. So both the triangles are congruent by SAS test, side angle side test. ठीक है, तो दोनों triangles congruent हो गए. Now by CP/CTC you can prove that AB is equal to CD. वेरी सिंपल। तो अगर पहली वाली थियरम अच्छे से की तो उसकी कन्वर्स भी आराम से कर सकते हो। तो प्लीज नोट करो, सारी थियरम्स नोट करो। देर आर मेनी थियरम्स, आई टेल यू हाउ मेनी इन ऑल वंस वी आर डन विद एवरीथिंग। ठीक है, ये हो गई वेरी इजी। लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट वन। थियरम 3, perpendicular from the center of the circle to a chord bisects the chord. Let me take this figure up, very useful. ध्यान से देखना। थियरम बोलती है परपेंडिकुलर फ्रॉम द सेंटर ऑफ अ सर्कल टू अ कॉर्ड बाइसेक्ट्स द कॉर्ड। मतलब अगर मैं सेंटर ऑफ द सर्कल से O से एक कॉर्ड के ऊपर PQ के ऊपर एक परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉप करूं तो वो ये कॉर्ड को बाइसेक्ट करेगा। परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉन फ्रॉम द सेंटर ऑफ अ सर्कल टू अ कॉर्ड बाइसेक्ट्स द कॉर्ड। ओके, तो बात यह है कि OL परपेंडिकुलर है PQ से। OL इज परपेंडिकुलर टू PQ। ठीक है, हमें यह प्रूव करना है कि PL और LQ इक्वल है। O सेंटर है और PQ कॉर्ड है और OL परपेंडिकुलर है PQ से। ठीक है, गिवन लिखा है, टू प्रूव लिखा है, प्रूफ। So we will consider triangle OLP and triangle OLQ। इनको हम कॉन्ग्रुएंट प्रूव करेंगे। ठीक है, सो एंगल OLP is equal to angle OLQ since OL is perpendicular to PQ। मतलब ये दोनों एंगल 90 होंगे। ठीक है, अच्छा दूसरा OL is equal to OL कॉमन, और तीसरा OP is equal to OQ। OP is equal to OQ, radii of the same circle, radii of the same circle। OP is equal to OQ, radii of the same circle। Therefore triangle OLP is congruent to triangle OLQ by, कौन सी टेस्ट से कॉन्ग्रुएंट है? ये कॉमन है, ये दोनों रेडियाई इक्वल है, ये दोनों एंगल इक्वल है। RHS टेस्ट। सो हो गए दोनों ट्राइंगल कॉन्ग्रुएंट। सो देयरफॉर यू कैन से दैट LP इज इक्वल टू LQ, CPCTC। CPCTC। ठीक है, LP इज इक्वल टू LQ, CPCTC। तो ये प्रूव हो जाता है कि अगर किसी सर्कल में सेंटर से इफ यू ड्रॉ अ परपेंडिकुलर टू अ कॉर्ड, इट विल बाइसेक्ट द कॉर्ड। बाइसेक्ट मतलब इट विल डिवाइड द कॉर्ड इन टू इक्वल पार्ट्स, मतलब PL इज इक्वल टू LQ। ठीक है, इजी। चलो नेक्स्ट उसका कन्वर्स है। द लाइन जॉइनिंग द सेंटर ऑफ अ सर्कल टू द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ द कॉर्ड इज परपेंडिकुलर टू द कॉर्ड। मतलब किसी भी सर्कल में अगर तुम सेम डायग्राम है, सिमिलर डायग्राम है. लेट मी जस्ट, यस. The line joining the center of a circle to the midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord. सेंटर ऑफ सर्कल से किसी कॉर्ड से किसी कॉर्ड पे अगर तुम किसी कॉर्ड के मिड पॉइंट पे अगर तुमने लाइन ड्रॉ की तो वो परपेंडिकुलर होगी वो लाइन उस कॉर्ड से. मतलब वो एम मिड पॉइंट है, ये हमें पता है. एम मिड पॉइंट है, किसका मिड पॉइंट है? पी क्यू का. मतलब वी नो दैट पी एम इज इक्वल टू एम क्यू एंड वी हैव टू प्रूव दैट ओ एम इज परपेंडिकुलर टू पी क्यू. यहाँ पे 90 डिग्री की साइन दी है वो गलत है, वो हमें प्रूव करना है, वो यहां पे देना नहीं चाहिए. ठीक है. सो अगेन विल कंसिडर ट्राइंगल OPM and triangle OQM. OPM and OQM. So OP is equal to OQ. OP is equal to OQ. Radii of the same circle. ठीक है. PM is equal to QM. M is midpoint given है ना, M is the midpoint and OM is equal to OM कॉमन. मतलब ये दोनों ट्राइंगल में तीनों पार्ट्स इक्वल है. Therefore triangle OPM is congruent to triangle OQM by SSS test. ये दोनों ट्राइंगल में ये इससे इक्वल है और ये कॉमन है, मतलब ये SSS से कॉन्ग्रुएंट है एंड देयरफॉर ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. नाउ लेट मी शो यू व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. जस्ट अ मोमेंट. ओके, सो नाउ you have to write therefore angle OMP is equal to angle OMQ CPCTC. ठीक है. बट एंगल OMP प्लस एंगल OMQ इज इक्वल टू 180 डिग्री. ये दोनों एंगल का सम तो 180 है. लीनियर पेयर. Therefore 2 times angle OMP is equal to 180 डिग्री. क्योंकि दोनों एंगल अगर इक्वल है एक दूसरे से और दोनों का सम 180 है तो मैं बोल सकता हूं 2 times angle OMP is 180. Therefore angle OMP is equal to 180 by 2 which is 90 degree. So angle OMP is 90 degree. So therefore we can say that OM is perpendicular to PQ. यही हमें प्रूव करना था, that the line joining the center of the circle and midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord. ये हमारा converse of the theorem number 3 है. Right? So ये हो गई तुम्हारी. We have done 4 theorems till now. This was the 4th theorem. 5th theorem next. अच्छा, इसका एक कोरोलरी है. कोरोलरी इज यू कैन से वन रिजल्ट विच इज बेस्ड ऑन दिस थियरम. परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर्स ऑफ 2 chords of a circle intersect at its center. Perpendicular bisectors of 2 chords of a circle intersect at its center. अगर 2 chords के perpendicular bisector बनाए तो वो हमेशा सेंटर पे इंटरसेक्ट करते हैं. दिस इज वन कोरोलरी जिसका कोई रिजल्ट दिया नहीं है, सो कीप इट इन माइंड. Okay, next theorem, theorem number 5. देर इज वन एंड ओनली वन सर्कल पासिंग थ्रू थ्री नॉन कोलिनियर पॉइंट्स। अब ये कुछ लोगों को ये थियरम्स नहीं होगा सिलेबस में, बट डोंट वरी, जस्ट हैव अ लुक एट इट। देर इज वन एंड ओनली वन सर्कल पासिंग थ्रू थ्री नॉन कोलिनियर पॉइंट्स। तो हमारे पास तीन नॉन कोलिनियर पॉइंट्स है ए, बी एंड सी। हमें प्रूव करना है कि देर इज ओनली वन एंड ओनली वन सर्कल पासिंग थ्रू दीज थ्री पॉइंट्स। ठीक है, तो इसके प्रूफ के लिए हमें कंस्ट्रक्शन करना पड़ेगा। वी हैव टू ड्रॉ लाइन सेगमेंट्स ए बी एंड बी सी। मतलब हमें ये तीनों पॉइंट कहां पे मैं दिखा देता हूं पहले। सी, फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज ओवर हियर, द सेकेंड पॉइंट इज ओवर हियर एंड द थर्ड पॉइंट इज ओवर हियर। Okay, so we have to join these 3 points by 2 line segments AB and BC, AB and BC, and then we have to draw perpendiculars of these 2 line segments AB and BC, that is PL and QM. ठीक है, since A, B and C are not collinear, PL is not parallel to QM. अगर वो collinear होते तो ये दोनों लाइंस, सपोज ये तीनों पॉइंट एक ही लाइन में है, A, B और C, and then if you join them with straight line और फिर तुम उसका परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर बनाते तो वो पैरेलल होते एक दूसरे से। लेकिन यहां पे तीनों पॉइंट्स कोलिनियर नहीं है, एंड देन इफ यू मेक द परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर्स, they will not meet at a point. They will not be parallel, they will meet at a point, they will intersect. Let's say that they intersect at point O. हम लोग ने पॉइंट O को O पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो पॉइंट O इज द पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ दीज टू परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर्स। और पॉइंट O से हमने OA और OB और OC को ज्वाइन कर दिया, OA, OB और OC को ज्वाइन कर दिया। अब क्या है कि प्रूफ इसका थोड़ा सा अजीब है, मतलब इट इज नॉट सो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड एज द प्रीवियस प्रूफ्स। तो कैसे है, प्लीज इसको यहां पे समझना है अपने को। सिंस O लाइज ऑन PL, O PL पे लाई करता है, द परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर ऑफ which is the perpendicular bisector of AB, which is a chord, so we can say that OA is equal to OB. OA is equal to OB. Why? Because O is the center. Why is O center? Because any line which is the perpendicular bisector of any chord in a circle always passes through the center. अगर कोई लाइन बाइसेक्ट कर रही है किसी कॉर्ड को तो वो परपेंडिकुलर भी होगी, और वो परपेंडिकुलर है तो वो बाइसेक्ट भी करेगी अगर वो सेंटर से पास हो रही है। तो यहां पे ये लाइन परपेंडिकुलर भी है PL और बाइसेक्ट भी कर रही है AB को, मतलब ये सेंटर से पास होगी। अगर ये सेंटर से पास होगी तो इसका मतलब है OA और OB इक्वल है। ठीक है, सिमिलरली OB और OC भी इक्वल होंगे, मतलब OA, OB और OC तीनों इक्वल है, और ये तीनों रेडियस है। Taking O as the center and R as the radius, if we draw a circle which will pass through A, B and C, so this proves that there is a circle passing through points A, B and C. Here shall prove that this is only one such circle. So if possible, suppose that there is another circle with another center passing through A, B and C, then O dash, that new center of that circle, will lie on the perpendicular bisector PL of AB and QM of BC. Since two lines cannot intersect in more than one point, O dash will coincide with O, and there is only one circle which passes through 3 points A, B and C, which are non-collinear. So see, this specific theorem will not be asked or does not have any, you can say, questions based on it in your examination. So don't worry about this particular theorem number 5. If you don't prove it, it's not a problem. Okay, so we can directly go across it. So that was the last theorem of this part. Now there are some examples which we have to do. Let's solve them. The radius of a circle is 13 centimeter and length of one of its chord is 10 centimeter. Find the distance of the chord from the center. Very nice question. Let me draw a circle. Hey, why is this circle like that? Sorry for that. Let me, okay. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So they are saying that radius of the circle is 13 centimeter and length of one of its chord is 10 centimeter. So let's say this is the chord AB, and let's say this is the center, and if I join this point to the center, this becomes the radius, which is 13 centimeter, and this chord is of the length 10 centimeter. We have to find the distance of the chord from its center. So you have to draw one perpendicular. Always the distance means perpendicular distance. Distance of a point from a line is always perpendicular distance. Remember that. So let this point be P. We have to find OP. Okay. So let's see solution. Let OP be perpendicular to AB. Therefore, P is midpoint of AB, which implies that AP is equal to PB, is equal to half of AB. Why? What is the reason? Since perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle bisects the chord. Perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle bisects the chord. Okay, so P is midpoint of AB. AP is equal to PB is equal to half of AB. Great. So therefore, AP is equal to half of AB is equal to half of 10, which is 5 centimeter. So this is 5 centimeter. Now in triangle APO, angle APO, sorry for that, angle APO is equal to 90 degree. Angle APO is equal to 90 degree. Let me write this properly. This doesn't look like 5. Yeah. Angle APO is equal to 90 degree. So therefore we can say that AO square is equal to OP square plus AP square. AO square is equal to OP square plus AP square. What is AO square? 13 square. What is OP square? We do not know. What is AP square? 5 square. So 13 square, which is 169, is equal to OP square, which we do not know, plus 5 square, which is 25. So 169 minus 25 is equal to OP square. So OP square is equal to 144 and OP is equal to root of 144, which is 12. So OP is 12. That's what we needed to find. The perpendicular distance of the chord from the center is 12 centimeter. Did you understand? So did we use theorem in this question? Yes. Which theorem? Perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle bisects the chord, and then we used Pythagoras theorem. So you need to mention everything clearly. By Pythagoras theorem, right? That's how you solve this question. Okay, so if you understand this, let's go ahead and check the answer. Perfect. Let's go ahead. Next question. Find the length of the chord which is at distance 5 centimeter from the center of the circle of radius 13 centimeter. So this is a similar question, asked in a little different manner. Let me show you how. So we have to find length of a chord. Okay. So let this be the chord. Let AB be the chord which is at a distance of 5 centimeter from the center of a circle. Okay, this is the center of the circle. So this chord is at a distance of 5 centimeter from the center of the circle, of radius 13 centimeter. So this is 13 centimeter. We have to find the length of the chord. Okay, so in given, I'm going to write that OP is perpendicular to AB and OP is equal to 5 centimeter, perpendicular distance of the chord from the center. Whenever they say distance, they mean perpendicular distance. Okay, so that is 5 centimeter. OB is 13 centimeter and we have to find AB. Right? Now, in solution, in triangle OPB, in triangle OPB, OB square is equal to OP square plus PB square. OB square is equal to OP square plus PB square. OB square is 13 square. OP square is 5 square plus PB square we do not know. Okay, 13 square is 169. 5 square is 25 plus PB square. So this is by Pythagoras theorem. So 169 minus 25 is equal to PB square. So PB square is equal to 144. So PB is equal to root of 144, which is 12 centimeter. So PB is 12 centimeter. Therefore, we can say that AB is equal to 2 times PB. Right? Why is this? Why is this? Let me just write it properly. Let me write it over here. So I will say that PB is equal to half of AB, since perpendicular drawn from center bisects a chord. ये तुम्हें हमेशा पूरी थ्योरम लिखनी पड़ेगी. Perpendicular drawn from the center bisects a chord. So PB is half of AB. Actually P is midpoint of AB. Therefore PB कितना है 12 centimeter is half of AB, and therefore AB is equal to 12 times 2, which is 24 centimeter. AB is 24 centimeter. So length of the chord, which is at a distance 5 centimeter from the center of circle of radius 13 centimeter, is 24 centimeter. Right? Let's go to the next question. Okay, two circles of radii 10. Let me just check. Yeah, okay, they have a diagram, but I'm not going to take help from the diagram. Okay, I'm going to make my new diagram because it's not given separately. Na? Two circles of radius 10 centimeter and 8 centimeter intersect and the length of the common chord is 12 centimeter. Okay, great. So here are our two circles of radii 10 centimeter and 8 centimeter. They intersect and the length of common chord is 12 centimeter. So this is the common chord AB. Let's say this circle is having center O, this circle is having center O dash. Okay, let's join O to A and O to B, O dash to A, O dash to B. So two circles of radii 10 centimeter and 8 centimeter. So this is 10 centimeter, this is 8 centimeter. Okay, they intersect and the length of the common chord is 12 centimeter. Is it understandable that it is 12 centimeter? Let me write it properly. See, that was the issue. Yes. So let me write it over here that this is 12 centimeter. Find the distance between their centers. Okay, so we have to find OO dash. Great. Okay, so let's give the name to this point as P. This point of intersection. Okay, and let's write a proper construction. So given will be circles with centers O and O dash intersect each other at A and B respectively. Circles with center O and O dash intersect each other at points A and B respectively. AB is equal to 12 centimeter. To find OO dash, distance between the centers. Okay, construction. Draw OP perpendicular to AB and O dash P perpendicular to AB. OP perpendicular to AB and O dash P perpendicular to AB. Draw OP perpendicular to AB and O dash P perpendicular to AB. Solution. Hmm. Okay. Let's write the solution over here. See, we have drawn OP perpendicular to AB, right? Therefore, P is midpoint of AB since perpendicular drawn from the center bisects the chord. Perpendicular drawn from the center bisects the chord. Okay, therefore AP is equal to PB is equal to half of AB. So therefore AP is equal to PB is equal to 6 centimeter. AP is equal to PB is equal to half of AB, which is 6 centimeter. Okay. Therefore, in triangle OAP, angle OPA is equal to 90 degree by construction, क्योंकि we have drawn OP perpendicular to AB. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, OP square plus AP square is equal to OA square. OP square plus AP, which is 6 square, is equal to OA square, which is 10 square. So OP square is equal to 100 minus 36. So OP square is equal to, okay, 100 minus 36 is 64. So OP is equal to root of 64, which is 8 centimeter. OP is equal to 8 centimeter. Okay, so we found OP. Now this is just OP. We have to find O dash P also, but for that we have to consider triangle O dash AP. O dash AP. O dash P is perpendicular to AB by construction. Therefore, angle O dash PA is equal to 90 degree. Angle O dash PA is 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, O dash A square is equal to AP square plus O dash P square. So that is 8 square is equal to AP, which is 6 square, plus O dash P square. We don't know what is O dash P. So 8 square is 64 is equal to AP, which is 36, which we just found out, is equal to O dash, sorry, plus O dash P square. So 64 minus 36 is equal to O dash P square. So O dash P square is 28. So therefore O dash P is equal to root 28, which is 5.29 approximately centimeter. Now if you look at the figure clearly, I'm going to write something beneath the figure itself. OP is perpendicular to AB and O dash P is perpendicular to AB by construction, right? Therefore angle OPA is equal to 90 degree and angle O dash PA is equal to 90 degree. Also angle OPA plus angle O dash PA is equal to 90 plus 90, which is 180 degree. Okay, therefore uh, since this is 180 degree, we can say that therefore OPO dash is OPO dash is a straight line. OPO dash is a straight line. Okay, so since OPO dash is a straight line, we can say that therefore OP plus O dash P is equal to OO dash, and therefore OO dash is equal to OP, which is 8, plus O dash P, which is 5.29, is known as 13.29 centimeter. 8 plus 5.29 is equal to 13.29 centimeter. Right? So that's the final way. So this is how you solve this question. It was a little long question. We had to find the distance between their centers, and we used this theorem that since perpendicular are drawn from the center of the circle bisects the chord, therefore P will be the midpoint of AB, and since OP and O dash P both are perpendicular to AB, OPO dash will be a straight line and OO dash will be equal to OP plus PO dash, which we found by Pythagoras theorem. So that was this question. Let's go to the next one. OD is perpendicular to the chord AB of a circle whose center is O. Okay. If BC is a diameter, show that CA is 2 times OD. We have to see the figure. Okay, so this is the figure. Let me draw this, recreate this figure. Okay. So let's say this is, oops. BC is a diameter, right? BC is a diameter. This is O. OD is perpendicular to the chord AB. Okay, so B is here. This is chord AB and this is OD perpendicular to AB, whose center is O. If BC is a diameter, show that CA is 2 times OD. Okay. So you can easily write what is given. We have to prove that CA is 2 times OD. Do we have to use midpoint theorem over here? I suspect. Let me check. Yes, so my suspicion was correct about this. We have to use midpoint theorem. So those who have uh, understood what is midpoint theorem earlier in the previous chapters, they can understand this question easily. And those who have not done midpoint theorem till now, I will give you them some hint. Okay, so let's start with a proof. So given, okay, I'll write the given over here. OD is perpendicular to AB. BC is a diameter. Okay, to prove CA is 2 times OD. Proof. OB is equal to OC is equal to half of BC, since BC is a diameter and O is the center. So radius is equal to half the diameter. OB and OC will be equal. They both are radii. O is the midpoint of the diameter, center of the circle. Okay, great. Then OD is perpendicular to AB, which is given. Therefore, D is midpoint of AB. D is midpoint of AB, since perpendicular drawn from the center to a chord bisects the chord. Okay, so D is midpoint of AB, and therefore we can say that BD is equal to DA, which is half of AB. So therefore we can say that in triangle ABC, D is midpoint of AB and O is midpoint of BC. D is midpoint of AB, O is midpoint of BC, and therefore OD will be parallel to AC and OD will be equal to half of AC. OD will be parallel to AC and OD will be half of AC by midpoint theorem. The line joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and it's equal to half of it. And therefore we can say that 2 times OD is equal to AC. So that is proved. Okay, so here there was a special case of midpoint theorem. Note this down, please. Let's move to the next question after you note down. Two concentric circles with common center. Okay, so this is the figure. Let me draw this figure for you. Okay, now there is this line. So these are two concentric circles with the same center. A line L intersects these circles at A, B, C, D. So this is A, B, C and D. Prove that AB is equal to CD. Okay, So given and to prove is very simple here. Let's write the proof. But before the proof, we have to make a construction. Construction is draw OP perpendicular to line L. So we have to draw a perpendicular to line L, OP. This is our construction. Okay. Now what will be the proof? Just check. We have to prove that AB is equal to CD. Okay. So we can say that since OP is perpendicular to BC, we can say that P is midpoint of BC. P is midpoint of BC, and since perpendicular drawn from the center to a center of a circle to a chord bisects it. So P is midpoint of BC. So BP, therefore BP is equal to PC. That is number one. Also, OP is perpendicular to AD. OP is perpendicular to AD, and therefore P is midpoint of AD also, right? The same reason which we gave above. Perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle bisects it, and therefore we can say that AP is equal to PD. Okay. Now, if we subtract equation 2 and 1, we get AP minus BP is equal to PD minus PC. So what is AP minus BP? AP minus BP is AB, and PD minus PC is CD. AB is equal to CD, that we have proved. Okay, so this was very easy. We use the theorem perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to a chord bisects it, and we proved it. Okay, next example. Let me see how many examples are left. So if since 1 hour is already up in the video, I can continue in the next part of the video. Let me just check. Okay, so there are 12 total examples and we are on 6th one. So I would want to continue this video in the next part. I will finish this part in the next video, and till then you just note down everything which I have taught you today. I hope it clears the basic idea of this chapter, and in the next video we will complete this chapter and we will move ahead. Okay, so see you in the next video. Bye bye.